Okay guys, welcome to another video of Illuminati's Forex analysis for the week of February 2nd, 2025. So this week we have quite a few pairs that we are gonna take a look at for the trade setups to trade for this coming week. Okay, so without any further delay, let's just get into it. So the first one here we have is AUD-CHF. AUD-CHF is, as we all know, it's been pretty bearish for a long time. As you can see, the overall trend has been bearish for a long time, and even on the weekly it's currently bearish with this as the lower high, this is the lower low. On the daily, market just shifted structure. We were making higher lows and higher highs, followed by lower high and lower low. So this move right here broke the previous lower or previous higher low, creating a lower low. All right, so now all we're waiting on the price to do here is to retrace to this area of interest on the daily time frame, create a possible lower high to then continue to the downside. Okay, so over here we're bearish on the daily. If we look at the 4 hour is currently in a channel right now. I'll actually go down to the 1 hour time frame so that it's easier for you guys to see. So 4 hour is currently in a channel, in a bullish channel, right? Or the 1 hour, you can say, also is currently in a bullish channel. Once we get a break outside of this bullish channel, followed by a shift of structure on the 1 hour or the 4 hour, which whenever is more clear, we're going to wait for a quick retest followed by an entry signal to then sell, right? So this trade is it's looking pretty promising, pretty nice, good setup, because we do have the daily EMA as well here to act as a good resistance. Okay, so good setup for the week. Let's go to the next one. Euro CHF. On this one we are bullish on the weekly. As you guys can see, we just broke out of this consolidation pattern. We created a higher low, breaking this lower high to create a higher high, and all we're waiting for now is to create a higher low and then continue to the upside. Now that higher low could be just a weekly wick down here, which would also be a daily body close at this area of interest to then continue to the upside. All right, so it could be a weekly wick on the weekly time frame to retest this area of interest. However, on the daily it'll be an actual, most possibly an actual daily move to go like that. Okay, so over here again we're bullish on the weekly, bullish on the daily. We're just going to go down to the 4 hour time frame. Once the price comes close to this area of interest, we're gonna take a look at the price action and watch for a shift of structure to then be able to go long once we have the right price action on the lower time frame. Okay, so, and again, I usually get a lot of DMs from people asking when and how they will know when the right time would be to enter or to exit a trade. So for that, you guys can join my Telegram group, the link for which is also in the description of this video down below. You can get into my Telegram group. In that group I mention exactly when to buy or when to sell, when to enter a trade and when to exit a trade, right? So you can literally copy my trades to the T. Okay, so don't worry if you don't know where to enter, where to exit. Just get into my group, subscribe to my group, and just wait for the trade signals. Okay, so the next one is Euro AUD. Euro AUD has been bullish on the weekly, right? We are making higher low, higher high, possibly a weekly higher low to then create a weekly higher high, right? Now we're bullish on the weekly, and we are also bullish on the daily time frame, as you guys can see, right? So we were bullish here. The daily did go bearish. It broke this previous higher low for some time. Lower high, lower low. Market structure higher low to then create a higher high because it broke through this previous lower high. Now, all we're waiting for the price to do is to create a daily higher low for us to then enter once the price action is correct to go long for here from here, sorry, to then create the daily higher high. Okay, so again, the price is currently at a very interesting level or area of interest. Okay, on the lower time frames, I'll just tell you guys right now, all I'm waiting on is I'm waiting on a shift of structure on this 1 hour time frame right here, followed by a retest of the 1 hour EMA, and followed by an entry signal. Once I have all the confluences, I'm gonna go ahead and enter the trade. It's as simple as that. Like, I'm literally telling you my exact strategy, what I do, how I think, and all that good stuff. Okay, so you can either do on your own, try it on your own. If not, you can always get inside our group and wait for the trade signals to add an additional confluence to your trading journey or your trading activity. Okay. Anyhow, the next one is Euro GBP. On the weekly, we just broke out of this area of consolidation, which was making lower highs and lower lows. Now the weekly just made a higher high. Sorry. So it was higher low here and higher high here. It did not stop here, as I was anticipating for the weekly to stop here and then continue further. However, what it did instead was it broke below this area of interest, right? Below this area of interest. Now what I want to see is I want to go to the daily time frame and see what happened. On the daily, as you guys can see, we're making higher highs and higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and we just shifted structure on the daily as well. We just broke below this previous higher low to then create a lower low, only to now create a possible lower high at this point to then go further down. All right, so that's the trade setup on Euro GBP, where we just had a shift of structure on the daily time frame. We are expecting the price to retrace up to this area of interest, retest the round psychological 84,000 to then continue to the downside. So that's the direction on this one. Next one is Euro USD. Again, on the weekly, we have been bearish for quite a while now, right? It's been strongly bearish. Euro USD, lower high, lower low. This right here is a possible lower high to then create a possible lower low, right? On the daily, let's see. On the daily also, we were bearish, lower high, market structure, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then it just shifted structure just like it did on Euro GBP, right? It just shifted structure on the daily to only create a possible lower high at this point, at this area of interest, or only to possibly retest this area of interest to then further go down. So we're going to be looking for sells once the price retraces to this area of interest, followed by our entry signal. So we'll stay tuned for that. The next one is US oil, spot oil, whatever you want to call it. As you guys can see, I don't really trade US oil much, but now it's presenting a good opportunity, so why not? Previously, we were bearish on the weekly. We were creating lower highs, lower low, lower high, market structure, market structure, market structure, higher low, then higher high. It did break above this previous lower highs right here, showing a great bullish sentiment in the market for US oil. All it's doing right now, it's simply creating a weekly higher low to then continue further to the upside. Okay, so we are bullish on the weekly, and as you guys can see, we were bearish before on the daily. We were creating lower high, lower low, lower high, market structure, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, and now the price just created a great higher high up here, and it also created a potential, a possible daily higher low, only to continue to the upside. Now, as you guys can see, I have drawn a box here. This box is not our area of interest. Well, you can kind of name it our area of interest, but this box over here represent the area of consolidation, right? So as you can see here, we do have the price going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So in this area, the price just, or the buyers and the sellers are kind of confused to see what they want to do, right? Similarly over here, as you can see, the price is going, okay, it was creating lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now the price did create a higher high. It shifted structure on the 4 hour, but I don't know, or we don't know what the sellers want to do in this area. There could be some time of consolidation, so it's just better to not enter into a trade when the price is in consolidation zone, right? Just wait for the price to break above, retest, and then buy, right? So, and it's possible that the price may just want to consolidate and break to the downside. And in that case, we're going to look for a sell to the downside. But in this case, since we have been bullish on the weekly, we're also bullish on the daily, we're mostly looking for buys. Okay, we're mainly looking for buys. So the price, we're just waiting for the price to break out of this consolidation zone, retest this consolidation zone, also retest the round psychological 74,000, and also possibly retest this 4 hour EMA, which is then going to catch up over here to then continue to the upside. Okay, so that's the plan on US oil. Let's see how it presents itself in the coming week. Next one is EuroCAD. This one, it's probably not for next week, or not for this week or next week. We're not sure when it will present itself, but it's a good potential setup. On the weekly, we're bearish. As you guys can see, this is the lower high, this is the lower low. Currently, we're just in a weekly market structure. On the daily, the price did break above this area of interest, did break the previous daily lower high to then create a higher high, and currently the price is just creating some market structure. Once the price retraces to this area of interest, that's when we're looking into going long. Okay, until then, let the price do whatever it wants to do. We're just going to wait for the price to come down, retest this area of interest to then continue to the upside. And same thing on GBP AUD as well. GBP AUD, we're bullish on the weekly. As you guys can clearly see, we have a weekly higher low, a higher high, possible weekly higher low, which is now on the way to create a higher high. We're somewhere in the middle of the move, so we're waiting for the daily to create another higher low here to then create a possible higher high, right? So we're just gonna wait for the daily to retrace to this area of interest and also retest the daily EMA 198,000 round psychological to continue to the upside. Last but not the least, I believe that's it. Yeah, last but not the least is US 30. This one, we're kind of just dicey. We don't really trade US 30 as much, but still, since it was presenting some good setups in the future, if not this week, then probably next week, We'll take a trade depending upon how good the price action present itself. Okay, so on the weekly we are bullish. As we can see, the weekly was creating higher high, higher low, higher high, possible higher low, to then create a higher high. But as of now, we don't know. It's possible that the weekly might come down on the weekly, right? It might just retrace a little bit to this area of interest, retest the round psychological 43,350 to then create a weekly higher high. So as of now, we're just waiting on the price to retrace to either this area of this round psychological 44,300, or we're waiting for the price to come down to this round psychological, which is 43,350, and this area of interest as well. So we're just gonna monitor the lower time frames such as the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and see what kind of price action we get to see once the price reaches this round psychological as well as this round psychological. So on this one, stay tuned. We don't know what's gonna happen yet, but we'll keep you guys posted. Okay, so that's all, guys. These are the pairs for this coming week of February 2nd, 2025. Let's see how this week goes. And as usual, I will also post another follow-up video by the end of the week to share with you guys the results of how the markets performed compared to our technical analysis, and to also share with you guys the results, the trade results, if I take any trades. Okay, and once again, if you guys are looking for immediate and instant trade signals, do join my group, Telegram group, the link for which is in the video description below. And any questions or comments you guys have, you're welcome to comment below this video. And if you liked the video, please do subscribe and like the video, subscribe the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, until then, keep calm and trade. All right, take care. Bye bye.